Hey guys, welcome back. We are Sunil and Pia. If you haven't been following our Jana Gana film reaction videos, we are doing a film review. We struggled to upload lengthy videos, like longer reaction videos for the film because YouTube kept blocking them. Anywho, we are here now. We've finished the film.
I don't think people care that we struggle with that. They want it anyway, but it would get blocked. Like you wouldn't be able to see the videos if we uploaded any longer.
Yeah, we spent so much time trying different things. So, coming to the film review, obviously Prithviraj did a great job.
Fantastic.
All his monologues.
Yeah.
I think it was just breathtaking. He really showed the emotion.
Yeah. This film really affected me. As you can see, we're in different clothes. We were going to do the reaction straight after, but I needed to take a break. I found it very intense and sad. And it's interesting how different films can affect you. I thought it was a brilliant film, but there didn't feel like there was a light at the end of the tunnel. You know, you kept waiting for something and it just didn't happen.
Yes, that's true. It was just the beginning. I think there's a second film coming. The final part of the film is a trailer to the second film, I think. That's what everyone was saying in the comments as well.
I did feel like it was almost like another film was sort of squashed in at the end of that film. I felt like it was quite rushed. You know, I mean...
That's probably why,
films don't have to follow the narrative arc, you know, the beginning, middle, climax, end. But the reason you have that end is so that you feel a little bit of satisfaction with the closing of the film. And I felt like it sort of stopped here and then there was this sort of end bit put in. And I felt like the end bit wasn't concluded and the film wasn't concluded either.
Yeah.
You were left... It wasn't even a cliffhanger. You were left a little bit confused and a bit rushed.
True. So I think the reason behind that was because we were shown the middle part of a story.
Yeah.
So something happened in the beginning, before the story was shown to us, and something's gonna happen after. So that's why if you saw our final scene reaction video, in the thumbnail we wrote not the beginning or the end. So that's probably why we felt like it didn't have an end. And even in the beginning, we weren't really sure what the students were protesting about. That wasn't clear. They were obviously trying to fight for teacher Saba's rights, but we didn't know how much of an impact the teacher caused on the students. So it took us a little bit of time for us to catch up to the film.
So I want to make 2 points there. I want to go back to what you were saying about the narrative arc of the film. You made a really good point when we were chatting about this, how you were saying it's not really designed, this was Sunny's point, it's not really designed as a film. It's like we're sort of spectators watching a case. It's not like this dramatic sort of, you know, here's a film put together. It seemed like we were watching someone's life almost in a life event.
Yes.
It's like it doesn't seem as much like, you know, like a film. It seems like you just dropped into an event.
Yes, it's like you're reading a newspaper one day. I think that's what that's how we saw this film, reading a newspaper about this case one day, and then we started following it. And we were like, in the beginning we were like, oh, they have to be punished and all that before finding out the truth. And then once we found out the truth, we were like, uh-oh, we made a mistake. Yeah. That's because, you know, we went from the middle. And it's not really a film, it's like a case. We were witnessing a case that's almost happening in the real world.
Yeah, and on your point about Sabah, I agree with that, because I felt like, you know, the students were protesting about this incredible teacher, and she was getting such a little respect from her colleagues, and I didn't connect as much. I felt like, why are they protesting? And I felt I didn't feel like I could connect with the character of Sabah. It wasn't until later when we realised that students had basically been abused, and Sabah went to such lengths for her students, and we realised the significance that she had on that school. And I feel like if I knew that when the protests were happening, or if the protests happened later, I would have felt more of a connection to that scene, and I would have, you know, understood what was happening. But I felt like they'd sort of inserted something else in the middle, and so they seemed, you know, by the time we found out how incredible Sabah was, that scene was already long gone, and they felt a bit, you know, disconnected from each other.
I think that's what the filmmaker was going for. which is not in the conventional filmmaking style. They wanted us to feel that way. Oh, why are they protesting? You know, like all these questions just from opinions about things that we suddenly started following.
Yeah, I felt like Prithviraj's acting was impeccable.
Yeah.
And I thought that the twist, you know, the big twist in this film was unbelievable. We got such a shock. I really wasn't expecting that, especially that it was this person's idea, you know, all along. You're just like, what a bad person.
Yeah. It was such a shock. It was like, oh, what is he doing there? And it was like, okay, let's find out what happens. But then it's a big reveal. We don't want to reveal that.
No.
Because it's a spoiler-free sort of review. I mean, you know what we're talking about.
So I thought that, you know, that section was really fantastic, but I felt like the timeline of the film confused me a little bit, and it wasn't in a way of building up to a suspense. It more made me feel a bit disconnected from the film and from the characters and what was going on.
We really believed him, you know. We thought, we fell for it, you know.
Yeah, let's not go too much in that. We don't want to.
Yeah,
you know.
we fell
But
for it.
I felt betrayed.
We felt betrayed by them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that was great. Like, that was amazing. You know, you really felt that from this film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it really depressing.
Yes, it's completely different.
Like I just did. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, some films are like that,
It's
and
very sad.
that's fine. But I was just sort of watching it like, this is just so sad.
Yeah, that's probably why we don't really watch news when there's sad news on. You know what I mean? Like, we don't really try to follow it because it makes you sad, and you know the whole day goes.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot going on at the moment. There's a lot of sad news, and I think I've been avoiding sad movies a little bit because you know we have so much going on in the world at the moment. But I feel like this are really important because not everything ends in, you know, the hero wins, villain dies, and you know, everyone ends up happy. That's just not the truth of the world. And it's important to talk about these issues that this film explores.
Yeah, definitely.
And there are a lot of issues that the film explores. You know, corruption,
media issues.
Yeah, about, you know, media saying
media being so
fake news.
capitalistic.
If I can quote Trump.
Yeah, fake news. That's a bit too far.
Things about the police force, things about the politicians, and you know, all sorts of things. Issues around murder and justice and the legal system.
Yes.
Yeah, like the legal system, police, politicians, universities. They're all like huge parts.
Corrupt universities.
Yeah, that's all a huge part of the system that we live in.
Yeah.
You know, that's a significant part.
It's a very important film. Brings out a new angle.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
It's unique. I haven't watched any film like this so far.
No. Oh, casteism as well.
Casteism as well. Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. So many issues. So I'm really glad that we watched it, even though it's a sad film.
I think it's important to watch this, and I think
Yeah.
it was very well made.
Definitely.
But you know, in saying that, like I said, there were some bits that I felt a bit confusing and a bit
that don't really fall in the conventional film style.
just sort of chopped and changed a little bit, I guess.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. If you haven't watched our reaction videos, click here if you wanna start from the beginning. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It'll really support us, and we'll see you in the next video.
Hi guys.